How are you doing?
Well, I'm doing okay. They opened the doors like 3 minutes early, so
Yeah.
I wasn't here.
I know.
Yeah.
They opened up the doors early. Mark came by and said the hallway is literally jam-packed, and they had to open up the doors so they can alleviate that.
Right.
But we're here now, and we're having some fun.
Having fun already. So
I'm enjoying it. And I just broke my muff.
the muff's down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, have a good one, Joe.
You too, Take.
We are going to be having some fun today at the Hamfest. I broke a muff, and that stinks. And I don't know. We're just going to see how this one flows, but we're going to go ahead and take a walk around and see what we see. So first booth always here at Huntsville Hamfest is ICOM Radios. They're showing off the 905 here. And then over here is the 705. The 905 is awesome new addition that does the gigahertz range and also UHF, VHF, and the gigahertz. But then 705 is for all the HF bands and also the UHF, VHF, just not the gigahertz. Giga. Then we have the awesome Ray of radios, of course. Where's all the handhelds? Then Ray, the man, talking to me before the Hamfest. He's looking forward to going to Japan next week for the Japan Hamfest, and we are kind of talking about that. I don't know. I'm going to do that. That's going to be a Tokyo Hamfest. It's a really, really fun Hamfest. We got Armor Lock over here, maging cages for their radios. I've just bought the new one. I love my Armor Lock case for the Yaesu FTDX10. It is so good to put it into a bag, a backpack, and it's protecting everything, and I like it. They also have a bunch of awesome accessories. Go ahead and head over to Armor Lock to find more information. This is Amateur Radio Kits. They have a new satellite rig kit that they are working on, and it's kind of for sale right now. We messed with it in a bit over in Colorado, and it was fun, and it kind of was working a little bit, but they had another couple releases, so I think they worked out all these situations. I'm going to try to get an interview here later with him. Moving on, one place I do want to do more videos about, AVR Industry, great coax cable made in Texas. Woo! A great thing that AVR does, you can go ahead and order on their website a lot of custom cabling that you can customize the ends, you can customize the color, you can customize the length, and also you can have them pre-choke your cables. You got to have that choke to print that feedback coming from into your radio. That looks new. We got Comet antennas, a bunch of antennas for the mobile radio in the car. Then a staple at any Hamfest here is the ham threads. Go ahead and get your shirts embroidered, and also all your safety vests, safety yellows, safety oranges. Next we got up and coming Hamfest. We got Dayton here, and next one coming up after that is going to be Orlando. Well, coming up now will be Orlando, and then be Dayton over after that sometime next year. An end cap right next to ICOM is the ARRL. If you haven't seen it already, we did a cookout for the ARRL Teach Institute. Kyle, he's right there, and we raised a lot of money for the ARRL Teacher Institute. So if you haven't seen it, go ahead and check out that video with the pre-Hamfest shenanigans. We got diamond antenna here, array of antennas for your handhelds, and here is the ones for the car. Now with diamond, they do have mounts to go along with it to mount it to your car hood or trunk. I had one on my trunk for years on a Honda CR-V, and it worked amazingly. And this is the Yaesu booth with John and a smattering of their handheld radios. Here is the new Yaesu FTX1, and then the Optimum, no, that's just a power supply. The Optimum is the amplifier that goes behind it that you can take out to the field or mount on the desk, so you can take the faceplate off, as we can see here, and then take that to the park and go play POTA on QRP. As announced that they're going to be releasing a extension cable for that radio, so you can go ahead and mount the power amplifier behind or in the trunk or under you, and then use their cabling to mount the head plate somewhere up front. Woo, I need to get my hat. The Yaesu hat, woo! I'm gonna put it on top. There we go. That looks good now. What else we got around? Staple here at any ham fest and just anything ham in general, name badges, and then you got all of the hats with your call signs. I don't know why our amateur radio friends and colleagues are just so proud of their call sign. It's like a badge of honor. Have the Elecraft booth here. Elecraft is famously known for the remote software that they have on their computers being displayed here that's controlling the radio. This is the Elecraft K4. Jeez, look at that screen. I know I'm not shooting in 4K, which doesn't do it justice, but just the crispness of that screen's beautiful. And then you just have it, the easy operation on the remote software. And they got a secondary dial that you can use. Maybe one day I'll have a money for the Elecraft radio. That's just mwah. Then on the other end cap here, we got ham radio outlet with all the ham radio needs that you usually get at a ham radio convention. I'm so jealous, or you're jealous of me, that I have a ham radio outlet over in Dallas. Fortunately now I'm not working by them, so I'm not stopping by like every other week. Ooh, do you have that? Ooh, I need a new adapter. Ooh, I need that. And your other big heavyweight in the contesting market, Flex Radio. And the Aurora is one of their newer additions to their line. They have a key down brick for their amplifier going, and showing 500 watts. And I know they showed this off over at Dayton, but it's running 500 watts and it's cool. Now don't touch the dummy load. Yeah, that's gonna be really hot right now. We got a hex beam antenna. That means it must be Putty Pole and Massworks running a good show special for their Buddy Pole Deluxe kit. If you're not able to make it out here to Huntsville, then go ahead and show up to Dayton, Orlando. They usually have that special. And they have another one here, the Buddy Stick Deluxe package. And the Massworks system is beautiful because it's a keyed system. So if you have that hex beam up, you can go ahead and turn it down at the base. You don't have to turn the whole mast. It's very well put together. It's worth the money if you can go ahead and get it. And then the last end cap here, we have the Youth on the Air and Neil, and the amazing cutout that you can go ahead and take a picture with. Oh, I'm gonna have to do that here in a second. Coming up on my channel sometime in September, we're gonna do an actual fundraiser, official fundraiser for the Youth on the Air. We're gonna have Neil come on and talk about the Youth on the Air program and the successes they had at this summer camp. So I'm really looking forward to doing that. Oh yeah. Here is the hand radio slackers. And now we're going to be entering one of the most largest supporters of the Hamfest here. It is, I wonder if you can figure it out, Gigaparts. Woo! Ooh, I want to learn some magic. We're going to start the Gigaparts tour over here with the DigiRig. DigiRig makes an awesome adapter for your radios that you'll be able to talk to your radios and so you can run FTA easily on the radios that don't support it out of the box. Or APRS here, we got running on a Baofeng. DigiRig is also selling a new adapter on their website, USB-C device that has a barrel connector to it, and you can go ahead and plug it into your HTs to recharge, and a couple other devices that take the barrel, and it will go ahead and allow them to charge them off of a power bank. That's awesome and nifty. What else we got here? There's so many cool things that they have around here. Flashlight and kind of utility stuff here. That's awesome. And MOLLE bags. I like a MOLLE bag. Legos. Explorer backpack line. I really like this modular bags. Here is the new 2 Explorer bag they have. The nice thing about these Gigaparts bags is on the inside they got a receiving, hook and loop system, because that other word is trademarked. And then any of these bag accessories has the receiving end, and you go ahead and stick it on the inside. And how I use this is I got my radio down in the bag, and then I have a secondary bag that has all the additional cables for that bag. So I had to swap out the radio, I swap out that bag, and I have an antenna bag that has all my antennas, and they just all nicely fit right there. And when I'm ready to go to the park, zip it up, we're good to go. I really do like this bag. Here is this universal bag I have, and they're selling it for $10 off here. That has all my antennas and each bag for its own radio. And I believe if you use Tank on checkout, you get a percentage off, or there's a new point system. I haven't quite got the lowdown on that, but I believe Tank at checkout will still give you some type of discount, hopefully. Let me know. Of course, Gigaparts is running their new Intellitron series. Your gadgets for home, they're measuring pretty much anything you want, and then a new rotor system. I haven't seen this before, and some mounts and antenna splitters. If you need a new power meter or anything, go ahead and check out Intellitron and try to use my discount code. I think it will work. Finally, a unique space I do like over here at Huntsville Hamfest is their youth lounge. This is an amazing space that they have for the kids, and they have several stations that they can learn a lot of STEM ideas through this actively learning and creating things, and they got robots. And this is what makes this Hamfest an awesome Hamfest to bring the family to, because they have all these activities for the kids, and you can go out and check out all the ham stuff too. Something also new this year, there's a lot of new stuff this year. They had a new prize ticket tumbler. This is a 5-axis gimbal, like you saw me try to ride over at the Huntsville Space Center, and they're tumbling tickets. And I believe the youth program Browncoats go ahead and designed this as a summer activity for them. Another staple here at all the shows is AMSAT. They run an amazing website that tells you about the satellites in the air, and they have a great status of what is operating and who's operated recently. And then next to them, ARIS, that's Amateur Radio ISS, is a great program. They help get kids in STEM and get interested in all the STEM subjects. One of their next projects is dealing with amateur radio and robots. For more information, go ahead and head over to the webpage ARIS.org. It is time for one of the awesome, unique things over here at Huntsville Hamfest. They have a huge indoor swap meet area, and we're going to go ahead and walk around and find that we find. I'm hoping to find some oddball gadgets and things that are unique to a Hamfest, or you look at it and be like, why is this at the Hamfest? So if you want to see pictures of that, go ahead and head over to my Twitter account and just search for KG5AHJ. We're starting off with some great boat anchors, heat kits. Oh, look at that. A R-Finder tablet. I haven't seen those in a while. I hope he comes back. Bob for R-Finder. Those tablets were pretty cool because it has a built-in everything for the DMR and all the internet links he does for the R-Finder phones themselves. Their tablets were pretty nice and rugged. Hey, once I get that 4x4, I need a tablet, something to get in there. Oh, this is pretty cool. A local artist. Oh, look at that. That's awesome. I do not know what this is, but it looks beautiful and great shape. Oh man. We got oscilloscopes and just the math that you got to do to draw those nice pictures on them. Really far out there. I know there's computer programs that would go ahead and generate that for you, but still it blows my mind when I see it. How's it going, Jim?
It's going great. Frank, how are you?
I'm doing all right. I'm hearing that we are in a special buddy club with Carlos now. What'd you do yesterday?
I jumped out of a perfectly good airplane.
Uh-huh.
It was awesome.
Yeah?
14,500 feet.
Jeez. And how fast did y'all get to?
I don't know, because I wanted to do more radio than just free fall.
Yep.
I think probably 100, 120, something like that.
Wow.
I don't know. I have a lot of surface area, Frank.
Yeah, well, same here.
Right.
Yep. And it was a fun experience. Will you do it again?
I'll probably do it again next year. Absolutely.
And you got a radio. What radio did y'all use on the free fall?
We couldn't figure out how to get something working on my 5D. I have no idea what that was about.
Mm-hmm.
Carlos had a ICOM 52.
Okay.
ID 52.
Yep.
So that's the one we used.
Is that the one that, got lost somehow and fell a long way?
I have no idea. I don't know where it came from. Carlos had it. So.
Yeah. How many contacts did you make on the way down?
10 or 15, something like that.
Oh, that's a lot.
Yeah.
We had Robert irradiating y'all with his satellite rig.
Y'all were coming in loud and clear from the park.
It took us a minute to find you.
Well,
but once you all were there, you were there. Yeah, then we ran the Congo line on you.
Right, that's what I heard.
The spoons falling.
That's what I heard. That's what I heard.
All right, man. Thank you very much, man. I'm glad you're able to do that, and have a good Hamfest.
I will. You too. Thanks, Frank.
Then as always, we got the tube collection. And all your adapters that you want. Is this really a Firestone radio? Looks like an old AM FM radio. And they have a couple here. I know I keep saying this one day, but we all have our dreams. I love just seeing these old radios. I like to have one and get it working. Of course, we always got some old Motorola radios. I do like it. It's not radio related, but these old books. Blue Book of Modern History. We know these guys all the way from Texas. This is Scott and Hamstop. They make amazing toppers for the military mast, and also they have adapters that you can use it on your tripod, and also a fiberglass mast. There it is. Coming up on the channel later next month, we're going to be looking at those, and I'm going to be putting them to the test. So I got a couple knives there. Gerber, I really do like that. However, how are you going to get that back home on a plane? Hey dude, check out those cans. And of course, some beautiful Collins. Love them. One thing I do like highlighting here at the Huntsville Hamfest is the Huntsville Amateur Radio Club Test Bench. If you go ahead and pick up a radio or equipment from the swap meet area here, you can go ahead and run over here and give it a quick test, see if it powers on and tunes up right. These screens are also new this year. They have them up around the Hamfest telling you about prizes and up-and-coming forums and a lot of other cool stuff. I'm glad they already had to put that out. Also new this year at the Huntsville Hamfest. I think they may have done it last year, but they're integrated to the ARRL Hamfest app. So go ahead and look that up. For all you CWs out there, a bunch of keys. Still on the list of things for me to learn is CW. I thought I was going to go ahead and pick it up during that unemployment period, but it didn't happen. What is this? W9UNQ. What? A nice little key there. I got Dave here, the owner of the station. What's your call sign?
I'm W4AXL. I've had it since 1953.
1953?
Yeah.
And you were just explaining to me you built it from...
This is a 1930s ham station. Specifically 1933, because in this 1933 handbook, transmitter that's right here was built from this handbook right here. Is capable of putting it on the air. Now we have not had it on the air recently. And this receiver was very popular in 1933 for ham.
Awesome. Well, thank you, Dave, for taking the time to come on and explain it to us. That is so cool. These YouTubers. What are you going to do about these YouTubers? He has a simplified setup. Down from this morning, he had a whole tablet thing. Huntsville's been cool this year with all these little gadgets and other things that are on display. Here is steam engine. That it runs off electricity, and I think you boil water here. Oh, there's a window for the water level, and it puts it over here, and it just mechanically moves that little flywheel. Oh my God! I so want this. Alrighty then, I hope y'all had fun and hanging out with me over at the Huntsville Hamfest. We had an amazing time and walked the show floor and checked out the swap meet area. If you haven't already, go ahead and look for Tank Radio on any podcaster app you have out there. I'm even on Amazon now. There is a release a week, and that means there's 2 releases that are not on YouTube. So if you want to go ahead and check that out, search Tank Radio, and you'll find me, Tank Radio. And I'm headed to the forum now. So as always, y'all are amazing and awesome. And if you haven't done it already, like, subscribe, and consider becoming a member or a Patreon on YouTube. Links for everything are below. Now to the forum, and as always, go forth and conquer.